Hello and welcome to the Elevate Show. Today we are at the Novotel here at Lower Kabete, Westlands, and we love it here. And thank you so much for hosting us and creating time and space for us. If it's a Wednesday and it's the Elevate Show, then you know I'm not alone. I have the one, the only Benjamin Zulu with me.
Thank you.
Karibu sana, lovely to have you.
Thank you.
See, the conversation we're having today is an honest one.
Yep.
It's an honest conversation around grief, around resilience, around the strength that it takes for one to go through widowhood. You know, at a very young age, you have children, you are left in a world, and it's tied in with the question that we are asking our audience today. And the question is, why do you think that widows are often isolated instead of getting support from the society? Why do you think widows are often isolated instead of supported by society?
First of all, when you marry into those families, some of them think like you dethroned them for the importance they had with their son.
Deep end.
You know, your question really ushered me in.
Yes.
And I want to tell you that some of these people who, after you are grieved, the person dies, they are not sad, they are happy. Not, actually, if you want to be loved in Africa by in-laws, be useless. Be headache.
Wait.
Be something they can kick around. Of course, I'm not talking about absolutely your families, but the general trend is that the daughter-in-law gets married there. If she's a substantial person who improves the guy's life, backs him up, promotes him, prepares him, gets him to grow, gets him to have boundaries, to put the right resources, to focus, and not to dish money to every uncle, dish money to every cousin, do all this, welcome our relatives in the house, and send all the things, and be open, and da. If you organize his life, you are hated.
Somebody said, hey.
So I want to prepare you. In life and in death, in-laws shall not be your source of strength.
Oof.
I hope you don't lose your husband. But I just want to prepare you that life has no warning.
Yeah.
I want you to launch into marriage because Africa, we are preparing children and girls for love, not for life. I fell in love. There's a guy I've been seeing. We have been seeing each other. Oh my God, the chemistry is so strong. I feel it. There's goosebumps, butterflies, there's coffee dates, there's a night out.
It's electrifying.
There's no insurance. The only insurance is should the worst happen, can I stand without this man? And then with his people as enemies. Ooh. The only people who don't have to ask that question are those people who don't care about life. Not the intentional women like Mwikali who are careful to build their lives.
Yeah.
And you have heard me say offline, and I'm sincere about it, I think, Mwikali, you have a very high work ethic. Those are the things I'm talking about. You show up for a job, you are consistent, you build your life. Women who are like that, who have a mind to build, because the other women are waiting for man to carry them, to stay at home, just sit down, the man feed them, man pays everything, he takes care of everything.
Yeah.
That kind of woman, if the man dies, she's the worst scenario ever.
That is so true.
She's at the mercies of whoever wants to abuse them. I just want to tell you, if at all you're watching this and one of the people who are intentional to actually improve your husband's life, improve your children's life, build wealth. Africa building wealth takes rebellion.
Yeah.
It's not natural.
Yep.
It's not. If they know you have savings and they have problems, they blame you for keeping money when they're suffering.
That is true.
They see you bought a car, and they don't have shoes. I can see you are going all over. I hear you are in Dubai, you are in Mombasa.
Yes.
And here we don't have a latrine. We are going to curse you. We're going to curse you.
Yeah.
So in Africa, if you intend to build security for your family, if you're united with your husband, if actually you love each other, if at all you have boundaries around your life and you keep your affairs private, and then you fall sick and you're in hospital and you're hoping they'll come there to cry with you, they're coming to mine data and to calculate whether it will go the way they hope. So that they can gang and come and say, this was my brother's place, this is, and they carry things away. Today, widows were left with properties they can't use 10 years down the line.
Yes.
Because of court battles.
Yeah.
And they were legally married. And people have launched battles. You are shareholding with my brother, only that the paper, even me promised, this one was mine. He said to the mother, I am an African son, and I'm telling you, though, I have thought through these situations because I watch them in my office daily. Constantly I'm doing these cases where you thought we are only as family.
Yes.
Death strikes, relatives come
in. Yeah.
And that's why I'm telling African men, while you are alive, please prepare for transition. Let's stop living carelessly.
Yeah.
We don't plan for death, but if you are alive, the package includes death. So can we be practical a little bit, okay? Unless
so
rapture happens and we are carried,
Yeah.
before then,
It
the
includes
way
death.
out
Is death.
You know,
Yeah.
let's prepare trust. Trust are those companies that can outlive you. If you want to live it in simple terms.
Yeah.
When you are there, you leave rules.
Yeah.
Prepare wills. Most importantly, give your wife a compound. Give her her own compound.
Yeah.
So even as you deal with the widowhood, I don't want to be, well, share, so it happened to you. No, what are you doing in case it comes to you? You as a woman have capacity to feed your children. Do not get any more children that you can feed without your man.
Yes. I'm going with them.
Get the children you can feed without anybody else.
Yeah.
Should the worst happen and they're waiting for you to beg, they don't hear from you. They just notice the life is going on.
Yes.
Hey, we are waiting. We know she thought she's. We are waiting. No. They don't hear from you. While you plan for the best, you should also prepare for the worst. That's how you ensure in life. I'm praying that we live until we are 98. But in case we don't,
Yes.
what can I do?
Yeah.
Remember to think that thought. So if you as a woman, don't bank on a man alone. He's a mortal being. Number 2, bank on yourself and get the children that you know you can feed. If a man tells you, I have money, get more children. Remember, it's a mortal talking. Don't tell him.
Aha.
But
Yes.
female wisdom should be silent and subtle,
Yeah.
not loud. Oh, and I thought also what a good thought. And then, but practically behind the scenes, you say, what if tomorrow, men die or their love dies? Sometimes they don't actually have to die. It's something else. It's the feelings that die. So some widowhood does not come from death. It comes from divorce.
Yes.
It comes from ambiguous abandonment.
Yeah.
Comes from somebody thinking, no, they got you flawed. They'll always find you there because they grounded you.
Yeah.
Now they have made you their subject. You have no options. How will you go without these children? And they know you're more connected to children. They start philandering around. So sometimes it's not just the death. Don't think extremity. I hope I'm praying against that. Sometimes the death will not come. Something else will die while you are still there, both of you. So that's for women. For men, secure your family while you still have your extended family, your mother, your sister, your dad, while you still love them. Yes. Secure the place that your wife can have territorial sovereignty. That gate is hers. That place is hers. And when you are around and you're not around, there's another kind of thing I've seen happening to men. They don't die, but they become so sickly and ill health that they have no power.
Yeah.
They're being carried, held around, and it lasts long. You can be incapacitated. I've seen it.
Yes.
You can be incapacitated. And you can watch things and you're unable to move.
Yeah.
You can watch torture, things happening. Please, brother, while you're well, set your house in order. And the reason I set my house in order and show my children is so that even if I don't die soon, they know how they'll do that during their time.
Yeah.
Don't leave them out. Yes. Show them out if you're building perimeter or under fence, why are you also leaving your properties without a fence? Why are you working so hard and you're not fencing your assets?
Yeah.
Fence them with legal, fence them with preparation, fence them with express knowledge. Sometimes I told them one secret nowadays, because it does not have something physical they can come and carry, the shares in Safaricom. I make sure the code and the paper at Safaricom says only my son can.
Yes.
Even without any legal, where will you claim it from?
Yeah.
My agreement with the Bircham said, this is for that child code so and so. In case I'm not around, that's the only child you can give.
Yes.
So apart from the legal, be practical.
Okay.
Give the key to the person you want.
Yes.
So please trust your wife with everything. And if you can't trust your wife, she should not be your wife. Let's stop this nonsense. What if I can't trust her? These women now, pick the one you can trust to, damn it. This is a war. We are in war. Why are you picking a fighter mate you don't trust?
Yeah.
Don't contradict yourself.
Yes.
Why are you getting children with people you can't trust? You mean you're going to remove your clothes and fall asleep and close the door and turn on the lights after eating her food and close, and then you don't trust her?
How?
You cannot expose yourself all that much.
Yes.
When you've not checked. So please get a wife and trust her. Otherwise, don't get her.
Kusha.
Remain married to your relatives and your sisters. Remain married. So, Mikali, that question of what if, pick one you can trust. And love is a risk. Take all the risk.
Okay.
Take all the risk.
Okay.
So, as a man, prepare that way. Now, what if things now happen
Yes.
And we are here where our guest may be coming from, where the things have happened. I want to ask that, number one, you expedite your healing. If you stay there crying and the shock and you're disoriented and you need sheltering, you need support every evening, somebody must come and watch over the children, somebody must come and comfort you, they'll get into your business now. After burial, a new chapter happens. A widow must be a warrior now. You must move from crying to trying. You must come from worrying to warring. War, waging war. Move from worry to war. Protect, put new systems. Protect information. Information is usually the biggest thing. If you allow people to come in their bedroom, they see the title deed, they see the logbook, they see the thing, the assets, they see the money, what was left, and immediately after funeral, shut the gate and hire people you can fire. Stop depending on relatives, particularly if you know the extended family has elements. I hope you know in the work, in the corporate space, you usually say 80-10-10 in terms of company theft. You say 10% of your staff can't steal. They're ethical people. 10% of your people must steal. If you don't have laws, there's 10% who steal. The other 80% are sway votes. They usually go to the most influential. So if there are no rules, regulations, consequences, the stealing one will influence the 80%. Your relatives are like that. You may have just one element is very good, one element is very bad, and the other are in between. They can be swayed. If you don't put seal and protection and invisibility, just as a protection, the one who is malicious will campaign and you will get kicked out of your estate. So what I can encourage is, when that thing has happened, become a villain. When you have children, Mikali, be a mother bear. Stop being too polite. When you have children who are looking up to you, they're vulnerable, and you're the one who is the surviving to defend them. If you want to get help, get it from people you can fire. Relatives, you can't fire them. They're very complicated. They come and you can't chase them out of the house. It will become complicated. But if you hire a nanny, you can chase them tomorrow. Prefer people you can pay. Number two, go to counselors. Stop depending on unpaid counseling from pastors. Pastors are good, but sometimes they're overwhelmed and they may not be specifically trained for grief and trauma. Also, Mikali, death comes with another thing. What preceded the death? Sometimes you are financially depleted, emotionally depleted. Sometimes you are shocked. Sometimes you are blamed. Sometimes you are also angry with the death. Sometimes you're not sure. Sometimes you're lost. People only know the death, and after funeral they sing and they go. But the person who lost usually has lost other things. Has lost the future you had created this person. Now, do I have a vision for my future tomorrow? How do I think about this? The plans you had to regather your house in the wake of death takes. You need therapy. Let's normalize it in Africa. Let's stop waiting for the worst case scenario. Learn to walk to a counselor. And I told you one way is to do the same way you do your body checks after 40. They usually encourage you to do body checks annually. The same way I also tell them to do psychological check. Go to a counselor, just check how your life was been the previous year. Check your goals. Check where you don't wait for New Year's hype and fireworks. Go in the year stand. So make it a routine when you have suffered such a life-changing thing to do therapy. And lastly, redesign your social life. Some people who had crush on you but you were married, now they think you're available. And they will become warm thinking it is the same respect to the husband. The husband is not here now. Some of those people now, and I'm not saying you become generally suspicious, I'm just saying the way your social life was structured those days, it was protected by the marriage. In the absence of the marriage, you can find yourself in entanglements that were not premeditated. So right now, step back and say, now that I'm single, I want to respect marriages. Now that I'm like this, let me put new boundaries. Prefer female friends, or if it's a male, it's a professional engagement. Avoid male friends. Another time you should talk like this. Talk about that male and female cannot just be friends. No. No. The people you call guy friends are waiting for an opportunity. Yes. They're opportunists. You should not have male friends. They have a crush on you. They have a chemistry towards you. And they fantasize you. Some are married, they're single, and they can't quite marry you, but they like you. And if you have been heartbroken, they will console you together with benefits inside. So many times, it's a conglomeration. The only way you associate with the men is when there's a defined relationship. We are work colleagues, we are business partners. There is a defined relationship. If it's only friends, friendship suggests sharing of intimate details, too much disclosure, too much access, undefined gratitude, exchange of favors. That is a problematic part with male-female friends. If it's only friends, the exchange of favors, how far do the favors go? Okay? Like, give you a shoulder to lean on. Give you a shoulder to lean. What do you want from me now? Just come spend an evening with me. As a friend, take me to dinner. Just call me. Let me see you on video. Keep me company. I'm feeling lonely. Call me at 9. Friends. Male-female friends become difficult because of that. So those are the preparation, I think, in the
Yeah.
wake of this you should. And most importantly also, even if you go to paid therapy, those kind of things, make it your culture to just learn, do this kind of shows. Prepare for life. Don't wait for crisis reaction.
Yeah.
Be equipped 3D. While you are hoping that it will be lovey-dovey till death do us part. Sometimes the death can come before the life. You know, you're hoping for life, then you're given another thing. And Mikali, don't see that as your own, the death of your dreams. Sometimes Abigail meets the marriage of her life after the first husband had died.
Yes.
Sometimes the next life, the destiny has a corner that you are not prepared for. This is not the end. See it as a comma. We shall carry on in another story.
Absolutely. Let's
Yes.
give Zulu a round of applause. And we might be talking about widowhood right now, but this applies to each and every person. As long as you're here, you have something to prepare for. Like Zulu said, there's only one way out, guys. What is the way out? Death, guys. As long as you're alive, you're going to
Die.
Yes. So you better prepare for those difficult conversations that we normally do not talk about. But on that note, I'd like to invite our guest, Pamela Kawera, to come share her story with us. And we'll do that after this break, so don't go too far. Welcome back to the Elevate Show right here at the Novotel Westlands. And the conversation we're having today is surviving widowhood. The question that we're asking you is, why do you think that widows are often isolated instead of supported by society? Why do you think widows are often isolated instead of supported by society? NTV Kenya and all of our social media platforms. And to share her story with us this evening, we have Pamela Kawera in the building. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Mikali.
And when I first saw Kawera today, I was just like, you look so familiar. Have we met? And then she says, when this show was starting, I was an audience. I was like, oh, then I have a good memory. And then she reminds me she was running. And I was like, why are you running? Instead, I have small twins. I have little twins. And I have to go back home too. Now, to have her here, as she started off as a guest and now to come share her story, it takes a lot of courage and vulnerabilities. Asante for coming.
Karibu.
So, Pamela, you were married for about 10 years.
Yes.
And how was that marriage set up? How was your interaction with in-laws? How was life as you were doing it with your husband then?
Well, at first, everything was good.
Yes.
I was married to a gentleman. My husband's name was Chris. Chris was a good man. I adored him. He loved me. And he was a gentleman, Mikali.
Yeah.
The in-laws, of course, I think in the African setup, it's not easily, you cannot be easily recognized or accepted. It's like a curse or something, because there will always be complaints about their daughter-in-law. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Of course, they didn't accept me at first, and their arguments were ridiculous. Because now when someone says, oh, don't marry this girl, she's in town, you've met her in town, she's... And they used to say, unajua ni mweupe, wasichana weupe hawezi kaa kwa marriage, and all that.
Where?
So it was hard, but Chris made it easy for me.
Yes.
He stood up for me. Akaniambia, okay, he just asked them directly, was I marrying for you guys or I was marrying away for myself? So,
yes.
Alafu akaniambia, don't mind these ones. Actually, he took my phone and blocked all of them. The mother, the aunties, he blocked all of them. Okay, we are doing this life together, not with them.
Oh,
so when they change their mind or they don't have any other option, it's either they accept you or they just stay away. So if they change their minds, they'll come back. And that's what happened.
Eventually they came around.
Yes, they came around.
Now in the proper way. Knowing where the boundaries are and everything. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that was the marriage.
Yeah.
And in your marriage, you had children as well.
Yes, I have 4 kids.
Yeah. And the little ones were twins. So when we talk about Chris, what was the situation? Was Chris sick for a long time that probably prepared you for, eventualities that might happen, or was it sudden?
No, actually, everything happened so quickly.
Okay.
It was so sudden. There was even no time to digest all this.
Yeah.
It's the normal situation where you just sleep today, you wake up tomorrow, things have changed. I think his sickness lasted for, between diagnosis and death, actually, it was less than a week. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
He used to complain about the eyes.
Yeah.
He would feel sometimes, not all days, sometimes
Yes.
feel come the eyeballs want to pop out for just a few minutes, and then everything cools off.
Yes.
And then plus the headaches now persisted.
Yeah.
Now we decided to go back to the hospital, but anytime we'd go, they says the pressure, the eyeball, the eyes were dry when I'm and then we'd go back after every 2 weeks. There was nothing alarming, if I may say.
Yes.
Till the last days.
Okay.
When we decided this is too much to kind of see. And then we described the situation. Actually, what now prompted us to change the hospital, it's the change in so many things. I realized his personality also changed.
Okay.
Like, he was a very good guy, and now he's starting to behave in a way that I was not used to him.
Okay.
And also I realized I noted some major changes, actually, generally. Now, when we went to the hospital, the doctors asked me what's happening. He wasn't even able to explain himself out. I'm the one who told the doctor, no, this is what I've noted. This is going on. This is what is going on. And then the doctor now advised us we do an MRI of the spine. And I also suggested if we can do the whole thing from the head, the brain, the head.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, we settled on MRI, but the doctor still insisted we do the spine first. But according to me and how I was seeing him, and this is someone I've known for close to 10 years, so we opted for the MRI, for the brain MRI first.
Okay.
And now that's what revealed where the problem was. And it was discovered that he had a brain tumor.
Oh, goodness.
That was on Friday 1st May, actually, yeah. No, Thursday 2nd. So after I got the results, I went to see a neurologist by myself with the results. I called another doctor without his knowledge. I didn't even reveal the results to him. Yeah. I sent him the report. I asked him, what does it mean? He told me that is a brain tumor. Okay. And I asked him about the possibilities, whether it can be removed, and how we are supposed to go about it. Then he just told me, just go and see a neurologist as soon as you can. Okay. It was around 3 p.m. I left, went to Doctor's Plaza in Kenyatta. I saw one neurologist by the name Dr. John Bore. He told me about what was going on. He explained everything to me. And then he told me that I should go with him. Now, I went and fetched him. I told him, no, we are going to see the doctor. So we went together, saw the neurologist. He broke the news to him. And surprisingly, when I think about it now, he was so calm.
He was calm.
Yes. I was tense, but I was trying to hide it from him because, yes, I'm scared, but I didn't expect his reaction. He actually didn't react. He was very cool. And I was like, okay, am I the one who is exaggerating all this, or what's happening? So that was Friday. He told us now you have to do this as soon as possible. He recommended 2 hospitals and told us to choose one, which was the Nairobi West. That was on a Friday evening. Mm-hmm. So we went there the same evening, talked to the staff. We had been referred there by that doctor. They had liaised. Mm-hmm. So they said we admit him on Sunday evening so that the surgery can be done on Monday. Okay. That's Friday now.
Yes.
So we went back on Saturday, tukashinda tu poa. But again, from the way I knew him and the way he's behaving now, it was too on for me. Like you couldn't sleep. You would be in bed just chatting, and all of a sudden he has fallen asleep and he's snoring. Something that was
very strange.
yes, it was very strange.
Okay.
And he couldn't sleep even during the day, anytime. And unlike that was unlike him. So Saturday tukashinda poa, Sunday asubuhi I told him, you remember we are going back to the hospital today? Kaniambia, yes. So I prepared him. At around noon, he started developing actually hiccups.
Okay.
And then I called the doctor. The doctor I called the first time and told him, now you see he has hiccups. What should I do? I'm supposed to go to the hospital for admission in the evening. Told me, now it's okay. Just prepare yourself and leave for the hospital. So we went. That's on Sunday afternoon. It was okay, apart from the hiccups. No headache, there's nothing. He's walking, although he was a bit weak. So we went to the hospital, he got admitted. We talked throughout the night, we chat, I was home. I stayed in the hospital up to around 10 p.m. Then I went back home and left him, told him I would come in the morning. So I came on Monday morning, 5th. Stayed with him up until the surgery was slated for 3 p.m.
Okay.
But he was wheeled in at 4 p.m.
Okay.
So we talked. I told him to fight, and he assured me that everything was going to be okay. So that was the last time we talked. Actually, he went in for surgery and came back at around 6. I went into the HDU. I saw him, although we could not talk because of the anesthesia. But I stayed still at the hospital, even if we couldn't talk, they couldn't allow me in. I stayed there at around 10 p.m. I went back home. And now, at around midnight, the hospital called me and told me that he had developed convulsions and that they rushed him to the ICU. That broke me because I didn't expect that. I had seen him earlier and he was trying to move his hands. When he heard my voice, he was trying to touch his hand where the bandage was. So that came as a shocker. I started trembling. I couldn't even go. I only told them, I am on my way. I'm coming back. I was going to the bathroom to take a shower. So I just sat on my bed, trembling, called the dad. He was around. I told him, the hospital has called me. They want Chris is in ICU. Can you go? Because I think I'm not able to get up. He told me it's okay. So the dad went. I was there the following day, Tuesday now, very early in the morning. They suggested a repeat surgery. They were suspecting it was a clot that lent the convulsions. So they were asking for my consent if they can take him back to theater to remove the clot. I consented. They took him there. They said it would take just 30 minutes, but it took longer. I don't know why. Those are some of the questions I'm still trying to. Yeah, that was Tuesday. I stayed at the hospital till late again. Then Wednesday, I went back. I saw him in the ICU. He was not improving, but I think I was convincing myself that he was going to be okay because I could touch him, I could feel he was warm. Though whenever I asked the nurses what was going on, they didn't want to talk to me. And Moikali, never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that Chris would live because he was so strong. Even when we walked into that hospital, we walked with him. So I never thought that it never crossed my mind actually because we had so many plans, so many dreams.
And that's the thing that Zulu was mentioning earlier, that sometimes we just look at people who are burying their loved ones, and after we kumbaya, sing and hold hands, people leave. But then the loss is not just of the person,
Yeah, sure.
it's of the dreams as well.
Yes.
And the life that awaits you after that, because now you have to face the world, your children.
You don't
your
even think
family.
about that at that
At
particular
that particular time, you don't. But then when that happens and Chris has rested, you wake up to reality of you are facing this life alone and your kids. And what kind of support is the question that we're asking today. Was there support for you? Was there understanding for you? What was it like?
Actually, I don't think there is anyone who understands me.
Okay.
And when Chris rested the following day, now Thursday, I took him on Sunday and he died on
Wednesday.
let's say Wednesday night, but it was Thursday 4:30 a.m., 4:50 a.m. So when Chris died, actually people started fighting me from the one go.
What?
Yes.
In hospital?
No, back home.
Okay.
Back home. Those who were home even before he died, they had traveled. It's like they had sensed now things are going south, so they had traveled to Nairobi. So the fights began actually. So even before we went back home to bury him, actually the burial day was drama. Yes.
Oh my goodness, Pamela. What was the fight about? What is it that they wanted? Was it property?
I had all sort of insults. Even before, actually, it didn't even, immediately after he was buried, not even, I think, even that minute didn't pass before the drama began. They want children, they want so many things. And I didn't even intend to claim anything. I wasn't interested in their shamba or anything because I know them. Those are, especially those people from that side, I'm sorry to say so, you know how dramatic they can be, especially when you are not from that region. You have heard of them beating people because you didn't throw the whatever in their grave. You have heard them beating widows during the actual burial day. So I was aware of the kind of people I was dealing with, so I was very careful. But even though after all that, being careful, I didn't escape the drama. It was dramatic.
So they want children?
Yeah.
They want property? They don't want affiliation with you? Did you have a support system of your own? Because sometimes in such situations, you might need... Come on,
yes, luckily I and my brothers,
Okay.
I and my cousins. Actually, I think they played a very big role because I think if I had gone there alone, I think ningepigwa pia.
Yeah.
I hand my backup security.
Okay. And when it comes to living life again, explaining this to your children, your twins were very little at the point.
They were 8 months.
8 months old. How is this conversation with the 10-year-old, the 6-year-old?
It was very difficult, Mary. At first, when their father died, it took me like 2 days trying to compose myself, how to approach them, how to break the news, because especially the girl was so close with the dad.
Yeah.
And he was a family man. You'd take them out on Sundays, he would make chipo for them on Sundays. That is something they were used to.
Yeah.
Life was generally very good. On Sundays, it was an outing day. Daddy will make chipo, daddy will make kuku. Evil. And
My heart breaks.
if it's not that, if they don't want chipo, he would make chicken and chapos for them. That's something he used to do willingly. Men don't know how to make chapos best. Chris used to do that for us. So life generally was very good. We handle everything. It's the case that today you have everything, tomorrow you don't. Everything is taken away from you. So after burial, it's like now you've just landed in another planet.
Yeah.
You have 4 kids here to take care of. You're grieving. At the same time, I don't know how to put it. Actually, there is even no time to grieve because the twins were very little.
Yeah.
The day their dad passed away is the day they were turning 8 months. So you have 4 kids to take care of. You want to grieve, but life must move on. So even time becomes a luxury because at the same time you won't come and stay in the house. Before he passed away, I was even not working because the twins were very little.
Yeah.
I was still taking care of them.
Yes.
Now time becomes luxury. There is no time to grieve. There is even no time to go for counseling because you have to work.
Yeah.
These people need diapers, they need milk on a daily basis. The others have to go back to school because they had actually just opened.
Yeah.
So it's like you are juggling a million balls at the same time.
That's not easy. There's nothing easy about that, Pamela.
It's chaos.
Zulu, as you listen to this, and we have a clear picture of what Chris was to Pamela and the void that was left after that with the chaos, with the in-laws and everything. It's so heartbreaking but it's the reality of what things are looking like on ground right now.
Yeah, and we wonder sometimes why bad things happen to good people.
Why
A
though?
marriage that has love, unity, that together.
Anapika chapati jameni.
That's where you find disaster striking and some things don't make sense.
Yeah.
But Mwikali, I think there are things we will not understand this side of life. We can only hope to understand it all by and by. And for our sister, I think, and every one of us I'm glad she's able to talk now. You can see she has processed.
Yes.
She has been able to come a long way to talk without breaking.
Yes.
Just to say, Mikali, if she was very thoughtful, she carried her team to the funeral, because Africa, we have this materialistic and animal-like culture where even when people are dealing with things as dire as unexpected death, they still get materialistic and chaotic.
Yeah.
And they still want to take advantage of your situation to snatch away the survival means. Money and assets are the survival when you have children. That's how you house them, shelter them, feed them, clothe them. And whatever momentum you had with your husband, that's the only thing you can hold on, lest you become homeless and starving. Just to encourage them that we are learning from a young girl. She was very young. And she was a young mother. And she was holding, but she could still bring presence of mind. Instead of looking for people to cry on their shoulders, instead of looking for places to, break, look for the people you can count on. Let them back you up. Yeah. Don't let your hyper-independence, miss-independent, make you think I can handle anything. Sometimes life is just too heavy.
Yes.
Sometimes things are just too heavy. Allow support. Yeah. Allow people to stand with you. And she said the presence of her siblings and cousins made so much difference because they became, a kind of a force. Yes. That when they are there, you can't just, A grieving woman is very vulnerable. When you have young children, you're very vulnerable. Even thieves want to target you because you can't chase, you can't, But when you come with a team, so let's learn this lesson that you can accept momentary help when you are down. Yes. You can also be objective. If they don't like you, accept it. Some people are still bargaining. Yes. My parents in love, my mother in love, my sister in love, my brother in love. No problem using those languages, but please be realistic. Some of them, there's no love, it's law. Yeah. The love is one who married you. This one is law. Yes. And when the person dies, that marriage just dies. Some of these people, honestly, as I told you, those families that love their in-laws, please, we congratulate you. But I also warned you, sometimes when they love you too quickly, it's because you are a rescuer to their son. Yes. You are a rehabilitator. Yes. Those who are healthy families, I hope we become those in-laws. I hope we are the ones who endorse the children who come to back up our sons and daughters and to allow them to live so that they may cleave to and start their own family like we started ours and just bless them without having complications. Yeah. But for the rest of us who are not so lucky, prepare with reality. Don't be dreamy. I hope this time when I'm grieving, surely they can't be cruel to me. They will be. They will be. You better prepare for the worst. Yes. I congratulate our sister for being realistic. And even when she was crying, she was still thinking. She would call you guys, I need to go with you. Yes. Please remember to call people. Yeah. And Mikali, most of your friends and the people you have come through for, if you ask her, she will tell you those people accompanied because she also accompanied them during their merry-go-rounds of life. Merry-go-round is not just the monthly thing. No. Life is also a merry-go-round. Yes. You take me to my things, I take you to yours. Yes. If you call and say, Benjamin, and I know you have a history of coming through for me. Yeah. Morally speaking, I'll drop everything and come. Yeah. I need backup, you guys. I need a few people. I don't know what will be happening there. And when we back you up, you have briefed us. The environment is that allow people to stand by you. Yes. Allow people to be by you. Don't keep secret so much that we cannot even fight for you. We realize when you have been deprived of the land, chased out of the house, titles snatched away, children's birth certificates, confiscated. Or the bank, somebody has run to court. The other one has laid hold of the car. The other one took the key of the motorbike. Don't wait for all that chaos. Sometimes even a friendly lawyer can tell you, let's secure the time. Bring all the paper. Go do the burial. Yeah. Yes. Take away the assets. Take the motorbike far away. Yeah. Clear the house because of becoming pretending they're surveying. Yes. I'm just saying, be realistic even in grief. Absolutely. You need money to survive. Once you become a mother, you are a mother bear. You're not just a girl. No. You have to think about the well-being of your children. When you have such tender children, even the chaos, another who can get physical with somebody who has been grieved. You know, if they tell you to throw soil and in your faith throwing soil, you know, sometimes when the grief does not allow you to accept to release the person, sometimes just psychological, it's not even religion.
Yes.
Why are you forcing the person? Sometimes people need time to just process their feelings. Mikali to say, be like our sister, be realistic.
Absolutely. And I also love the fact that she knew, she was aware of how things are handled. So she did not assume that, oh, you know, it's going to be different. No. I was warned, I was forewarned, and I took heed to the advice that I was given. But I'd like to find out from Pamela, now you are not working, you have little kids to take care of, and you have to get into the job market. How was that for you, you know, getting into that space, getting help, like Zulu said, because these are little children that you have to leave behind, because now you have to tend to them in terms of diapers, food, and everything. How was it for you to get into the job space?
It was very hard. Because at first, now it's dawning on you, you are all alone.
Yeah.
These ones have to go to school, the others you have to provide all they need, the diapers and whatever. So now it's job seeking. You approach someone, because when you approach someone and you know there is a vacancy, especially now the male bosses, everyone now thinks now they've found someone they can sleep with. And once you reject the offer, there is no job for you. So people don't even care that you're grieving.
That you have children.
They don't even care that you have children to take care of. Actually, and my kids were very young. They were just 8 months old. And even if they weren't, I wouldn't trade my dignity for a job. Okay. I said, if this is now, if I have to sleep on an hungry stomach, or my kids have to go to bed hungry, I would choose that over trading my dignity. So I struggled. Yeah. It was a struggle. Remember, Mwikali, you're grieving, you have kids to take care of, you want a job so badly. Yes. Some people are recommending you go for therapy, which you don't have even that time. Yeah. So it was very hard for me. So at last I settled for sales jobs, car sales, you know, where we are paid by commission. So if you don't make any sale, that's your problem. So it's upon you to
push yourself.
Push yourself. And sometimes you push, but there's nothing that comes your way. Yeah. So it was and it is still a struggle. But I think I'm not doing badly.
You're not doing badly. I mean, you're here sharing this story.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
And but the most difficult, actually, the point is Zulu said you ask for help. Yes. At that particular moment, when you realize that there is no help coming your way. When he was here, you went friends all over. They would pass by, come with this and this. The house is fully stocked. And now he's not here. No one is coming. So it's all you all alone and the babies. Because now if Zulu used to pass by with the spouse, yes, on their way from work to home, now he can't come because Zulu, if you are seen coming to my house,
what are you doing there?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Everybody will want to know, okay, what were you doing in that woman's house?
Yes.
Do you want to snatch someone's husband? What? Now everything changes. Actually, even now the friends
perceive you is different now.
Yes. Now even the friends now step back. So you are all alone. Even the church now, where you used to, you know, people think mostly you can depend on the church. Sometimes things now, when in this scenario, things change, because even that respected brother wouldn't want to be seen with you, yes, or maybe passed by your house, yeah, because of they are afraid of how the society will judge that. So you are all alone now.
Yeah.
There is no one to run to, no one you can run to. So it's you to figure out how to solve things out.
Yeah.
You can't call someone today to give you this and this. You call them tomorrow. You know, people will get tired. So you have to struggle.
Yeah. And I know you mentioned that probably you didn't have the time for, you know, therapy and all of that. Do you feel like you have the space now to probably seek that? And maybe do you feel like you've also grieved completely for Chris? I mean, it's been almost, a year now?
Of course, I've not grieved in Mwikali.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like running away from all this, switch off my phones, go and hide myself somewhere even for at least 2 months, because it's chaos.
Okay.
It kills. I don't have time for myself. I don't have time for the babies. So you have to provide. So as much as I want that therapy, as much as I want to grieve, it's now a luxury. I can't get that.
Zulu, are there ways that maybe Pamela could grieve that probably are not expensive or do not require huge amounts of time, like maybe little tiny things done over time that could help just release? Because I remember we talked about how bottled up grief can sometimes erupt into something else, body failing, body shutting down and stuff like that. Are there things that she could be able to do?
Yeah, I'll give you 3 levels. Number 1 is
Okay.
self-help.
Okay.
Selling cars is a very high level sales job. It's like selling life insurance.
Yeah.
I would like to encourage her to combine selling cars with things you can sell, like car insurance. That one is faster to sell for fewer money,
Yeah.
and you can sell it today
Yes.
at one touch. Together with cars, get other things in that industry
Yes.
that you can sell at the snap of a hand
Okay.
and get a 1,000, 2,000.
Yes.
The other one builds up, needs momentum.
Yeah.
Those who sell life insurance, they'll tell you when they started, they also picked other insurances
Yes.
that are shorter term.
Yeah.
And then eventually the premium products, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
They're very hard to enter when you're new in sales. You don't start the top. That's the top. The hardest thing to sell are houses, lands, and cars, premium things. That's what people have to budget.
Yeah.
So self-help is get a practical kind of hustle. Number 2 is this, psychological self-help. Your phone has apps today that can help you vent on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
They can listen to you. Technology. Try and use. There are apps, and if you search, you can find them,
Yeah.
which you can journal your way. Whenever feelings come, you can vent, and it is learning your journey and be able to connect dots.
Yes.
Number 2, physical journal. Start writing letters to release feelings.
Yes.
Number 3, charitable counseling. Farms, there are counseling farms that if you search, they can give you counseling sessions that are charitable. We have sponsored, we have lines, helplines, we have institutions that you can actually do online, virtual, charitable or highly discounted sessions. There's also another way, spiritual. When you, if and she'll say true, sometimes people just step away from you. They look at you as a suspect for their husbands, you know, and treat you like you can't help them now. You know, treat you like they don't want to listen to you because you have needs.
Yes.
And if they call you, you tell them you have no food.
Yes.
People start avoiding you.
Yes.
But one of the things is to open a new chapter. Maybe go to a new church or join new groups where you can just be yourself and you can find genuine companionship. Like today she has spoken here, people sympathize with the story.
Yes.
People will relate differently. One of the quickest group to combine with for Pamela is the newly widowed.
Yeah.
Other newly widowed people become the perfect company because they have found ways to survive. They have found things they can sell easily. They found way, and I like this, she protects her dignity.
Yes.
People hope now you have no boundary, they can use you. People hope now you are desperate enough that they can corner you. People hope that you are, and I hope that the courage she has to share the story also spreads to her meeting those, and Mikali, those organizations will keep for me. Can you also now start thinking of short-term severe help? I mean, short-term severe problem. Like if you give a newly widowed person 1 year support with the shopping and just the basic, to transition, get jobs, and settle themselves. 1 year.
1 year.
That may be more life-saving than going to give a person help who has had help from other 5 organizations. So can we start hearing names of organizations called newly widowed?
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Just hold your hand for 6 months to 1 year.
Yeah.
Try to retain the lifestyle you had in terms of food and housing until you can tide yourself over.
Yeah.
And they tell you, we are limiting for 1 year. We have many people, but please, we're giving you a shopping voucher, 50,000 every month. Get food, pay rent, get job, stand on your own. After 1 year, we're out. That person may know I have a hand to hold.
Yeah.
I just figured those kind of things.
Yeah.
The foundations you are starting, the Mwikali Foundation, the Benjamin Zulu Foundation, let's think of real cases instead of just going to every place where it has been well trodden. Those children were in school. They don't need to be withdrawn from school the same day. Those kids were taking this milk, whatever. The mother now may not drop the kids from breastfeeding, drop and then run to look for jobs. You know, if somebody was there to just provide those things, to just maintain a kind of relative same lifestyle for them to find themselves, I think that's what they need. And even in those organizations, Mwikali, individuals like us, let's think of the person who lost their spouse when they're that young or unprepared, this kind of sudden illness, and the kind of help you can give. Don't just say, I don't know what they use. Nowadays, supermarkets have made it easy. Shopping voucher. You don't have to know whether I use brand of which cooking oil. Go tell them, I have 5,000, I want somebody. They'll write you a voucher.
Yes.
Send the voucher to them. They'll buy now what they need critically. Instead of all of you bringing rice and they don't have oil.
Yeah.
They don't have sugar,
Absolutely.
Just to say, Mikali, there are ways you can start self-help. That premium paid therapy work will come when she's stable.
Absolutely.
Right now, she just needs self-help.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I hope that it's something that you can, journaling has helped me in a huge, huge way. And if it's a good place to just dump emotion, dump emotion. And the question that we're asking you today is, why do you think widows are often isolated instead of supported by society? Why do you think widows are often isolated instead of supported by society? We're taking a very quick break. When we come back, we'll have the audience ask questions to Zulu and to Pamela as well. Don't go too far. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Elevate Show. We are talking about surviving widowhood today, and Pamela has shared her story with us, but it's time to open up the floor to the audience. Are you ready? You ready? Okay. So we will have questions.
I'm honored to be here, and your story is so touching, and it's very I don't know what to say. We just keep her on our prayers, right?
Yes.
In our prayers, actually. So my question goes to you, our guest. What's one thing, since you've been on the boat, you've experienced it, you have that first-hand information, what would you tell people in love, definitely, not those in situationships, what would you tell them about love, rebuilding, connecting, and uncertainties of life, since you've been in that grieving boat, and now I see you're shining? So basically, what would you tell people about love, relationship, partnership, because relationship is partnership, definitely. So what would you tell them, what you've experienced, since so many are not ready about this topic? And another question goes to Zulu. So many widows and widowers, they basically go into blackout mode when their spouse pass. What would you tell those people who actually feel they won't move on with life since their spouses has died? And they tend to think they have to honor their memories with the late husband or wife. They are not going to engage in marriages or move forward. And another thing, some others get into relationship, but now they're judged by the society.
Thank you. We'll start with the first question she asked.
First of all, if you are married, honesty is key. You be honest to your spouse. And I think there should be no secrets. For me, for example, my husband's phone didn't have any secret codes or passwords. We could easily access his phone. Even my kids, whenever he could come from work, they could access his phone. He had installed them some cartoons on his phone, although they had theirs. I was also able to, I could log into his accounts anytime I could feel like. And that made things easy for me even when he passed. I accessed his bank accounts. By the time even the bank knows he's no more, there was nothing in the account and withdrawn them. So imagine if he had all those secret codes, you don't know the passwords, you don't know you can't even log into his phone. So honesty is key. And now when this finds you, God forbid, resilience is key. You don't have any other option. You just have to push. So resilience is key in case you find yourself in familiar situations.
And I think also to answer that, how we cope when we have been caught by trauma. Let's accept our humanity, not stiffen up, but rather to seek healing and release. There are techniques that help your humanity to cope with difficulties. Alcohol is not one of them. Having many sex partners is not one of them. Hiding and isolating is not one of them. Crying and pity-partying will only make you weaker. And particularly when there are children who are looking up to you, you have to be human, but does not mean you have to pretend that you don't have to be strong. I can't cry if children see me crying. If you don't grieve, you will collapse. This is real weight. So let's accept that when you lose a loved one, a part of you has died with them and you need to let go. That vision you had together, the union you had, the relationship, the love. You have to grieve the person and then the person who may, a part of you that was alive because of them, that was active because of them, the dream you had because of them, that part you have also to say goodbye to them. And that way you need help. You need your own reflective journaling. So the main thing is accept as soon as possible and process the thing so that does not overwhelm you. Yes.
Absolutely. Have another question? Yes.
My name is Silvanus Ugutu. I would like to answer Mwikali's question. There are retrogressive cultural practices which make widows very, very vulnerable. And to some extent, these practices compel them to dance to the tune of the in-laws. One of them is wife inheritance. Secondly, there is an assumption that if a wife is married, then she belonged to that clan, that's husband's clan. So if a widow find herself in this scenario and she is not cooperating, then the hate comes in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Asante sana for that. There's a lady next to you with a question as well.
Yes, good evening. Good evening. My name is Alenza Kwamboka. And thank you so much, sister, for what you have taught us. Langu tu sijui kama ni ku encourage. We have two ladies in this world. We have those ladies who can work for themselves. They don't depend so much for their husbands. And we have those ladies that they don't work or they don't want to work. They depend on their spouses. My encouragement to those ladies that huwezi make labda kujifanyia for some reasons, maybe sickness, maybe whichever the reason, that little that you are being given, that little, make sure you have a saving somewhere. Because even our husbands, the way our sister Pamela has told us that we must be faithful. Kuna yule tu mtu mwenye hata ufanye nini, he or she can't change, can't be faithful. That is reality. Mm-hmm. Wewe make sure ile kidogo umepewa umeweka somewhere. So that in case of not only death can make you a widow or a widower, you can even separate.
Yes.
And if you separate or umebaki umeachwa, uembe ni ule ule. Society will leave you. Hautaomba leo kesho pia uombe. And to my fellow ladies, Aki, try to make for yourself. Don't depend so much for your spouse or your relatives. Please. That is the only thing that I can say.
Yes.
You send your Kwamboka. You see, sometimes, let's say, you don't know what the future holds. Like now in our case, yes, you have your savings. Let's say now the wife, me as the wife, I have some coins somewhere. And there is also a coin somewhere and the family saving somewhere. Now this sickness has come. Do you withhold your savings? What do you do? Definitely. So for example, in our case, he was sick for a very short period of time, but you are slapped with a bill of 1.2. What do? You can't withhold your savings simply because what you are focused on at that particular time is saving the life. And now that changes everything. That's why I said, today you have everything and then by tomorrow things have completely changed. Up until now, I'm sorry for bringing this up. Sometimes my kids want this and this, but I can't provide. I can't give them the life that their father used to. And then my daughter can ask, Mom, are you serious? Are we going to live like this? Or things will change at some point? Tutaishi hivi. She says that. Tutaishi hivi, Mom, surely. So it's sio story na kutojipanga. Sometimes unakuwa umejipanga, but things happen. You can't control. na pia huwezi ficha pesa simply because this is your saving. Remember, this is your husband. And in my case, I was married when I was very young. I was 20 years. So I was 23. So basically, grow up pamoja. So there was that bond also. Ile huyu mtu mume grow na yeye pamoja. So I think pia that helps us so much. Hiyo bond ya kugrow, hiyo kumachua pamoja. So yeah.
And Mikali, just to add there that I'm happy Pamela has clarified that it's not the savings.
Yeah.
Because when diseases come, we are thinking of just getting the hospital bills done, we go back to our lives.
Yes.
So we tend to remove everything we have. The only thing, my friends, that will save you in this life is ability to earn.
Yes.
You have no option of getting married and getting children and say you don't want to work. Are you a cow? You'll be eaten. That's not an option. Na wale kisa hatutaki kufanya, tutafanya nini? Life has no option. Don't get married. Stay alone. So that if you die, you just die. How can you be a mother and you're saying, I don't want to work? That's irresponsible. Some children are homeless and being exploited sexually and otherwise because of an irresponsible woman who is capable and she's not doing what Pamela is doing, going out to work with her hands rather than merchandising her body and being reduced and abused and stressed more. But this selling your body is not an option. Ask those who tried it. They always regret it.
Yeah.
It's not an option.
It is not.
You are trashed. Your confidence is destroyed. Go and work. As far as I can tell, Mikali has no children so far. Who is she working for? You have children. You're not working. Then you start cussing. This women have money and you're seeing us here. You're not helping her. She worked with her hands. Where are your hands? I don't accept that option. Those of us who don't work, then don't eat. The people say it. Those who don't don't. It's not an option. Thank you.
Really? No, I agree with you. It's not an option. Those who don't want to work, what do you mean? And then what? And then what? So we strive to do better for ourselves. Just one more question. Okay, fine.
Yes, good evening.
All right.
I'm Okelo Stephen, and I'm so rejuvenated with the storyline of our sister. And Zulu,
Yes.
leo niko kwako. Now, these are men, are married, they're very lazy. They don't want to work. They're being fed by women.
Zulu
How
is in shock.
can you help in that? Then again, to our guest of today, some women say, I can do without a man. In your situation, the way the man was taking care of you, protecting you from the evil people, from the family members, the attack from all the corner of the Satan, and this man was there with you, and he said, you are the only one he chose. So, what is your answer to the ladies who feel they can do without a man?
Yeah, so Okelo, I think I got shocked because there's an oxymoron there. We don't say a man and stay in the house, don't want to work in the same sentence. That's abuse of English. A better word would be a bearded boy. A better word would be a potato couch potato. A better word would be
Not man.
anything, but
Not
please
man.
don't misuse that honorable word. You know, David told Solomon to be strong and show yourself a man. To be a man is to prove by your achievement. By the confidence comes from achievement.
Oh, yeah.
And to be respected comes from accomplishment. As long as you are health, the only time a man should lie down is when he's nursing injury, ill health, trying to come back to health. Yeah. Okay? When a man is on he has health and strength, even if he does not have a job, he will find something to do with his hands. Yeah. He will help change tires and be given 100 shillings. He will help a lady load a cat and be given 20 shillings. Mm-hmm. He will appear where there's need. A man who knows how to earn can't stay in the house idle like this watching TV. That's not a man. He has already lost the spine to be a man. There are male things with male anatomy, but they don't have the brain of a man. You should not marry them, you women. You are adopting grown sons because you saw your mothers being super strong. Because you saw, some of you grew up with single mothers or single married. The woman was doing everything, you know, and you think it's normal to adopt boys. And then they lie on your bed, eat your food, empty your kitchen, fill your toilet. What are you doing with these boys, you know? That's not a man. Get a man who can lead. There's a difference between having a man of the house and a man in the house. Many of you have a man in the house, but it's not a man of the house. You are the man of the house, and him is the one man in the house. You need a leader, not just a burden. So thank you, Kelo, for bringing that up. Let's differentiate. Men are those who go out and prove they can be men for hunting and bringing the bacon home. The rest should be left to their mothers to continue breastfeeding. Thank you.
Yes.
I don't know how I should put this, but ladies, mtu asikundanganye. Marriage is so sweet. Love is a beautiful thing. There are things that I miss now that ukiambia mtu single, maybe anaona, I don't know how they take it, but love is a beautiful thing. Sometimes all I want is that those tight hugs that I used to get without anyone judging you. When you come home, you end a rough day, and someone who understands you better sees you, anaona who she had a rough day, and just gives you a hug without saying anything, and maybe tells you it shall be well. Those are great moments that those who say marriage is a scam don't understand anything. Those days when you are going through a lot and someone pops up with flowers or chocolates without you asking or without you expecting them, those are very beautiful moments. The things that I miss most are the things that feminists will say they are small things, but I miss them. Those small things. Like, nimeshindwa kufungua inifungulie. I want...
But then, how do you open
Zulu. I shared in confidence. Don't do this to me.
Or maybe when you are going somewhere, umevaa viatu za juu, ulikuwa in hurry, you didn't remember. And then mkifika hapo, someone realizes you are struggling, anatoa flash shoes. How do you feel about that? Someone thought you will at some point get tired and carry the shoes for you. So imagine size when I'm going somewhere and I'm in heels, I'll have to think about that. Something like that.
Do you have some in your handbag right now? Do you have some flat shoes?
So the little things, so vitu watu wanani ndogo, but someone does them for you. Yeah. Okay, when he was here, ningelala hata bila kufunga mlango. Actually, hata singewahi fikiria ati niende kufunga. It's either he closes ama akisahau ilale hivyo. But saizi, the first thing nikiingia kwa nyumba to make sure the doors are closed, locked actually, not just closed, locked by using a padlock. So those small things changes. Actually, life ina change kabisa. So mtu asikundanganya ati wewe peke yako you can do all this. Awezi kuna vitu kabisa, and sometimes you miss hizo vitu. Even ironing his clothes, you miss polishing the shoes, you miss expecting someone. Kuna ile masaa ilikuwa inafika unajua is almost. Unasikia tu mlango, hakuwa ana knock. Unasikia tu mlango. So you miss those things. Like you are sitting there waiting for someone to come. Now things change. You are not expecting someone. It's you enter and lock the door. So those small things matter a lot, and they shape marriages. Mtu asikundanganye.
Absolutely. And I think, Pamela, that is your parting shot. There's no way to top that. Yani, Zulu, wewe tu peke yake ndio unaweza enda juu ya hiyo. But I think that was really heartfelt. We all felt that, didn't we?
I think it's a good pitch for marriage.
It
I hope people like Mwikali are converted.
I want all of it.
You know, she has reminded me that there are locks in my home my wife doesn't like dealing with.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Just locks. That doesn't bother me, but just the manual side of life. And maybe it's a soft side of life my wife will remember.
Yeah.
I'm on the road, I realize I'm starving.
Yeah.
She knew it and packed lunch for me.
Yes.
Do you know how life-saving that is?
Yes.
When I did not think ahead, she thought ahead.
Yeah.
You know, I think, and we're not saying everybody must get married. We're saying the benefits of marriage when it is aligned, when it is healthy, it is far better. You don't have to. Paul did not get married because his calling required that singleness. But you're saying if you're considering it, those of us who tasted the right marriage can tell you it's worth it. Yeah. There's somebody to lift the weight for you. There's somebody, I don't have to think about what will be cooked in my house, ever. I don't even know what they're cooking today. But I know there'll be food. If my wife is not there, my friend, now I have to think, no, what are the options? You say broccoli. What is broccoli? Cucumber. Where do you get them? I mean, not. I know how to shop, but to this day, for the life of me, I don't know how to go to Sokoni. You know where they get groceries?
Yes.
Somehow they sell me the wrong things. You know, even after I've been given, somehow they managed to give me the wrong cabbage. They don't, you should, I've been told 10 times cabbage. I still bring, I don't know. I appear there in my suit, they multiply the price times 5. They give me the wrong thing. You know, they swindle me.
Yeah.
So to this day, you can't shop some things.
Yeah.
I am so grateful there's somebody who can shop them for me. Something is lemon. I meant lemon. I mean lemon. Why can't you just pick the right lemon? I pick, but when they're packing, they change. So I chose the right one.
Are you sure you picked the... No. You didn't pick the right one. Who is changing
You know,
for
buying
you?
from the car. That's a mistake.
Okay,
You're supposed to go there.
You're buying from the car.
But bring me those. Yeah, those are 50.
No, Zulu. That's a mistake right there. That's the mistake.
So you know, I don't have to get out. It's just
God.
Mwikali, there are things I appreciate so
Yes,
deeply
yes.
that although I know it's green maize is very different. There are details. This one is dry. This 3 days old. I need fresh one, soft. How do I know soft? Guys, I encourage you. Value right marriage and be dedicated to your partner. Let them fill up your space as you fill up their space. Fill their cup. One thing I want to predict that Pamela is courageous to talk. Yeah. You will find another man in the right time. Not now. Of course, not now.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you'll find happiness. You'll find love again.
Yes.
Your house is full with children.
Yes.
You will find joy.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you are championing for them.
Absolutely.
And I hope after today, you blossom.
Yes.
You succeed financially.
Yes.
And you heal.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Oh. I am convinced, if it's not like this, I don't want it. I don't, nataka viatu jamani ni surprise tu hapa. I forgot sijui what. Yeah, I want to forget everything. And I was at an event where Kerry Kagiri, who's recently married, she's Kerry Kamau now. Kerry was hosting an event and she was saying, guys, I don't even know where my house is because I am picked and dropped. Where he drops me is home. So Kerry, even that one I want. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pamela, for sharing today, for being strong. And even in your grief, you're able to spread a beautiful light to what marriage should look like and what it looked like for you. Asante sana. My amazing audience, asanteni sana, nyinyi were awesome. Thank you, Zulu, as well. Special thanks to Novotel for hosting us and for you for tuning in every single Wednesday. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Adios.